prayed at the bed of my mother as she prayed for relief in vain. For the prayer lines that night were all jammed up tight. There was a game at Notre Dame. The priest, he came for a visit. She asked when her prayer would go through. He said, I wish you well, but your SOL if there's a game at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. If you pray for the end of world hunger or peace for mankind to begin, better first go online, check the dates and the times of the games at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. The priest said lay back and rest now, but mama said I want to sit up and pray. He said just do it for me, your head's blocking the TV and there's a game at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. Even the Pope gave up trying to get Jesus on the line when there's a game at Notre Dame.
I don't know what the hell happened. Looks like we have some, possibly some internet issues. But I'm going to play that song again. It deserves a finish.
I prayed at the bed of my mother as she prayed for relief in vain. For the prayer lines that night were all jammed up tight. There was a game at Notre Dame. The priest, he came for a visit. She asked when her prayer would go through. He said, I wish you well, but your SOL if there's a game at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. If you pray for the end of world hunger or peace for mankind to begin, better first go online, check the dates and the times of the games at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. The priest said lay back and rest now, but mama said I want to sit up and pray. He said just do it for me, your head's blocking the TV and there's a game at Notre Dame. 80,000 fans are praying at the stadium. Millions more cause the game's televised. If there's a ball in the air, your prayer ain't got a prayer when there's a game at Notre Dame. Even the Pope gave up trying to get Jesus on the line when there's a game at Notre Dame.
And that was comedian and singer-songwriter Haywood Banks to start off tonight's live stream with his song, When There's a Game at Notre Dame. Yeah, if you don't know who Haywood Banks is, look up the song Toast. It's pretty good. But so welcome in everyone to the Two Irish Brothers Live. We were going to go earlier, but there were some technical difficulties, thanks in part to you can't see it, but my tower's right here. Internet issues. Not enough bars, if you will. So I don't know how long I'm going to go tonight. I was anticipating both of us to be here, both Ben and myself, but Ben wasn't feeling too well, and I wanted to give you guys something. So we'll try with a half hour to start, but really this is your guys' stream. You know, any questions, comments you have, I'll be more than happy to answer and address them. We'll even take calls if we get enough people. See if we're even showing up on the YouTube search yet. Put in a number of tags. Still scrolling. Looks like we're well at the bottom. Definitely looking forward to the A&M game. Let's knock off an SEC team right off the bat. I agree. Let's get it done. 5 times 5. Oh, what does that mean? I mean, if you're looking for an answer, it's 25. But actually, to answer your question earlier, Judy, yeah, Haywood Banks, I think he actually considers himself more folk. Or folk. No, that guy I think is very underrated with his comedy. He's funny. On other channels, that lets them know we hear you. Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought he sounded pretty good for what it was. See that guy? He used to show up quite a bit on the Bob and Tom radio show. I think he still does, actually. But yeah, you look up his comedy. It's quirky, but it's pretty good. Actually, we are going to do this here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we had a big storm a few hours ago, so I think that messed with the internet connection. Let's see if we can't get this out on social media. Hey, Tyler Fisher, go Irish, damn right. Living in the SEC area, Northwest Georgia, it's a big deal when ND gets a win against the SEC. Yeah, and we had our chances to do it down there back in 2019 over the Bulldogs, but came up short, unfortunately. It was still a nice trip down there, though. Just trying to post a link to this stream out on a couple different pages. Ugh. Hate it when I can't talk. I've heard about it at work for the past few years with Alabama and Georgia, but it's all in good fun. Yeah, it is. And to anybody out there watching who wants to join here in the stream and talk to me, not just like talk to me directly and not just through chat, here is the link to get into the stream posted in the live chat section. Just click that link or copy and paste in the search bar, and it'll bring you right to the back room. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun doing a live show when Ben's here, and then there's more than just than just one of us, but it doesn't always work out that way, and it was too late to try to find a guest. So yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Having a good evening? Do I know the betting line for Notre Dame versus A&M? No, I don't. To be honest with you guys, I never really pay attention to the betting lines and over-unders and all that, because I'm not a betting person, really, to be honest with you. I really just like watching the game. If I had to guess, though, it'd probably be pretty tight, just because it's at A&M. It's the 12th man, hostile environment. So it wouldn't surprise me if they favored A&M a little bit. Oh, no shit. 6.5-point favorites, huh? Tell you guys a real funny story real quick. For those of you who've been around a while and seen the channel, you guys know that I hate these people in our fan base that call themselves the so-called realists. Always hated that shit. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about the fans who, when they call themselves realists, they're the fans that basically have no faith in the team. They chalk up a game. They basically call a game a loss before it's even played. Basically, anybody who basically anybody who actually complained about us making the playoffs in 2020. But so anyway, yeah. Long story short, I help run a Facebook group that's dedicated to Notre Dame, and there was this guy who was one of those types of fans that I blocked like a year and a half ago. And I sent him a message saying, hey, stay off our page. You're a piece of crap. He actually messages me yesterday after a year and a half. And I'm like, dude, do you not have anything else better to do in the past year and a half? And he's like, well, I just was writing to apologize. I'm like, don't apologize to me. Apologize to the team for being a shitty fan. And he actually took it literal. He took that literal. Well, how am I supposed to apologize to the team? It's like, oh, not only are these people stupid, they can't pick up sarcasm or figure of speech. Just annoying as hell. And then the funny thing is he actually thought that I was going to want to talk to him. Like, hell no, I'm not talking to you. You're a piece of crap. But yeah, so anyway, if I didn't say already, I'll say it again. I'm probably thinking half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how many people come in here. But yeah, anybody's got a question or a comment or whatever, you can either come in here to the show and talk with me or leave one in the live chat. I'll answer it. One thing that you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for in the next, well, I can't give an exact time, but Ben and I will be doing a fan giveaway here pretty shortly. Just basically to say thank you to all you guys for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. I need to know how many games you go to a year. On average, one. Sometimes more, but try to make. Ben and I try to make it up at least once a year. Even before that, before I started doing YouTube, it was once a year. Minimum. Man, we are still not showing up in the search. Actually, let me try changing the title. I'll try that. Okay, I guess I can't do it. Oh, okay, there. Never mind. Yeah, there you go. Spell it out, Tyler. Spell it out. E-R-N-D. Yeah, as far as a game this year, Ben and I were thinking about doing the Florida State game, making it up there for that possibly. And I'm pretty sure that's a primetime game. And what could be more better than primetime? Yeah, I'm going back and forth and checking the YouTube search, and I think the algorithm doesn't like us too much on here. 1,053 subs. You'd think there'd be more people here, but they probably forgot to turn on the notification tab or the little bell icon. Or there's just no interest. I hope so. Hope it's a good one. Not trying to change the subject, but any of you guys watch the UFL at all? We went to that game 4 years ago. Was 26 and light snow. Them Seminole fingers were frozen. We kicked their ass in, and I remember that game. Ben and I went to the Boston College game. What was it? 2 years? No, 2 years or the year before? Yeah, 2 years ago, 2022. And that was actually, I know people hate a lot of people hate snow games. We actually found that one to be pretty fun. And of course, it's easy going when you know it's coming and you're prepared for it. It's going all right, Golden Playbook. Wish there were more people here, but what can you do? Thank you. You too, Mr. Fisher. But yeah, guys, going back to the giveaway that Ben and I are going to be doing here pretty soon. We're looking to be giving out a couple prizes, three, maybe four. One of them for sure is going to be this year's edition of the shirt, and the other ones we're working on. But I will make a recorded video later to give you guys the details. Well, maybe not details, but you know. Yeah, the way the stream's going so far, I'll probably give it 10 more minutes. I know, it's crazy. Well, technically football's already underway if you want to include the United Football League, which is pretty damn legit. But I know you're talking Notre Dame football. I know it's crazy. The year has gone by so fast already. It's unbelievable. But that's what I like about the United Football League, though, is it gives us something to hold us over until college and the NFL starts. Because let's see, they are entering week 8, and it's a 10 game schedule. Then they have the two conference games and the championship. So we got 5 more weeks of the UFL. So that'll be, I want to say mid June, mid to late June when that league gets over with. So then, yeah, it really won't be that long of a wait until Notre Dame and the rest of college football is back up and going. Nice. Yeah, I did see it was gold this year. But like I said, you guys will have a chance to win one courtesy of us. So if you don't have one, you'll get your chance to get one for free. So yeah, a little survey question. How do you guys feel about? Because I don't think we've really asked you guys this, but how do you guys feel about the 12-team playoff and the format? Yeah, when you go into a big stadium, and every stadium's a big stadium just about, but when you go into a stadium that's called the 12th man, or referred to as the 12th man, for being very loud and it's prime time, it's not unusual to be nervous, put it that way. But this team has a lot of veteran guys, and we should be okay. And down to 0 viewers. Oh, it is for sure. See, this is what's always confusing. This little, if anybody who's used StreamYard, it shows you this little eyeball thing, which it's supposed to tell you how many people are currently watching you. It says 0, but yet Golden Playbook's here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not trying to complain or anything or sound all whiny, but it's funny. We're at 1,000 subscribers and beyond that now. Like 1,053 people are subbed to us. You would think that there'd be more than just 2 people watching. So I'm not going to lie, a little frustrating, but what can you do? No, now you got 4. James Rufert. Never seen you here before, dude. Notre Dame looked pretty good last season. Now 3. What was that? Smiley face, rose. Or sticking your tongue out, rose. I'm not good with emojis, dude. And what is that? Like someone wearing headphones. Right now, I kind of feel like Garth from Wayne's World when the camera, it's just on that scene where the camera's just on him and he doesn't know what to say. He's just like, hey, Wayne, hey, I'm not used to talking on camera by myself. Wayne! Yeah, thanks a lot, Ben. I'm just teasing. The schedule this year is spread out, which I like because they get a bye before they play tough games. But I know about time it goes in our favor. And yeah, you're right. That will help a lot. No, our seeing the schedule, there's still plenty. I'm not going to say it's the toughest schedule ever. I mean, I'm not oblivious to that, but some good teams. But I will say our schedule this year definitely favors us. I mean, I've said this before, but I don't like the fact that we have 2 MAC teams and 2 service academies on the schedule at the same time, which, the Army game I can understand because, well, we were scrambling to find an opponent because Miami backed out for this year. They had to push the meeting back. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I mean, we were getting flack. We could have a ranked opponent every single game, and we're going to get criticized for the schedule. So I guess I should be used to it by now. But I do think with the Army game that it is pretty cool that, they're going to be playing it at Yankee Stadium, and it's, the 100-year anniversary of the Four Horsemen game, and, so I do like that, but it's just my concern is well, what if it comes down to like a tiebreaker scenario and strength of schedule is one of them, Like that's my concern is if it comes down for things like that, like will that schedule hurt us? But 7 slots that are available to us for the playoffs. So I guess there's a little bit of breathing room in there. But still, regardless, play it safe, go undefeated. How many first string starters will be returning? Well, I mean, we got a lot of transfers that were pre-starters at other places. So I guess if you want to count them, go for it. But let's see. You can't say Jeremiah Love because Audric Esme got the bulk of carries. Let me bring up the roster and see what for sure is going down. I'll tell you guys one thing. Blake Fisher and Joe Alt, they left some big shoes to fill. I was there for that. I didn't go inside the stadium, but I was right there for it. I was in Ireland. Yeah, so I got the depth chart brought up here. So let's just go down the line here. Obviously, we know that Riley Leonard's going to be the starting quarterback. But I guess it depends. I guess it depends with that question. Oh, well, thanks, James. I was just about to answer your question, but hey, have yourself a good night. Thanks for stopping in. But to answer that question, it just depends. Like, do you consider the incoming transfers that we received as returning starters, even though they didn't play for us last year? But it looks like we're going to have a lot of new guys in. I mean, obviously, Mitchell Evans, tight end, was a starter last year. He'll be back. Excuse me. Jaden Thomas for sure. Because Jaden Thomas, he was a starter last year. But yeah, I mean, like I said, as far as if you want to include incoming transfers, yeah, Riley Leonard, he's a returner. Chris Williams, or I'm sorry, Chris Mitchell, excuse me. He was a starter at Florida International last year. Jaden Greathouse, he was a starter last season. I think he was anyway. I mean, looking at the offensive line, we're going to see a lot of new faces there. But Pat Coogan, I think he was a starter last year. Look, and even though he's not a returning starter, look out for Charles Jagasaw to make an impact. But of course, defensively, obviously you got guys like Jordan Botello, Riley Mills, Howard Cross, RJ Oben, another incoming transfer from Duke. Of course, Jalen Sneed, Jack Kaiser. Well, of course, and no-brainer, Ben Morrison. So, of course, those are the for sure returning starters. But there's going to be there's definitely going to be a lot of new names in there. Of course, Xavier Watts. I mean, you guys obviously, along with myself, know the obvious returning starters. But just looking at looking at all these names here on the depth chart, we're going to see a lot of new faces. That's for sure. What I really like too is after our, in particular, our receiving core, after it was pretty much just gutted due to all the guys that transferred, it's really awesome how we were able to just replenish it. You know, adding guys like Chris Mitchell, Bo Collins, KK Smith going to get his chance. And what I can't wait to see is Cam Williams. Micah Gilbert, he had a nice showing in the spring game. Of course, tight end behind Evans, Eli Raridan, Cooper Flanagan. Loaded tight end room as usual. So, yeah, does anyone have any more questions? I'm probably going to wrap it up here in about 5 minutes. Oh, I did see this one from Golden Playbook. What's your thoughts on USC? I don't think they will have a good defense because Lincoln Riley never has great defenses. I don't know. USC with their defenses, I've noticed they always kind of go back and forth. One year they're really good, one year they're really bad. But it's true, you can never under Lincoln Riley so far, and even going back to his time at Oklahoma, that consistency on the defensive side of things. So I don't know. We'll see. And no disrespect, Playbook, since I'm wrapping it up in a couple minutes, I'm not going to take any calls. No disrespect, just no point in doing it since we're wrapping up here pretty quick. So I hope you don't take it personal. But yeah, I know this is pretty not the best stream ever, but like I said, Ben and I, even though he's not here, we both wanted to give you guys something this week. We know we haven't been really good with staying consistent in our weekly live shows, but we're going to try to get better. It's just, he's married, has a family. Myself, I have my own things going on. So, I mean, life gets in the way sometimes. But we're gonna try to get better. Yeah. Anyway, if any of you guys do watch the UFL at all, we would really appreciate it if you guys would come and give our UFL videos some love. It's been a tough sell, and I mean that league is pretty fun to watch. It's like, we're only getting like tops like 20 views, and we do a breakdown. We follow the St. Louis Battlehawks and we do videos on them, and you know, you think you'd have more people watching than what we do, but I mean, regardless, 1,053 subs. You think more people would be watching than 20, no matter what video it is. All right. Well, on that note, guys, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna call it quits. We'll just make sure you guys have the bell icon on. You know the drill. Have the bell icon on so you know that. Yeah, you get the point. I hate stumbling my words. Damn it, I hate it. Bad habit. Just have the bell icon turned on our account, and you'll know when you'll get another video or live show from us. So have a good night, everyone. Peace out.